Manchester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 3. And that is a result we all didn't expect. But today we are reviewing that performance, plus also a look ahead at tomorrow's game against West Ham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, West Ham United's cup final, if you like. And today I'm joined alongside Sam Chipek and Andre of SpursRelated all the way from Canada today as the three of us discuss both that match reaction and as well the look ahead to the West Ham game. But very quickly, I want to get general thoughts on the Man City game. For me, I was so surprised. I was predicting 4-2 losses, 4-1 losses. Did I expect us to get a draw? Absolutely not. But it's typical Tottenham against Man City. Man City have some voodoo, we are their bogey team, and it was absolutely brilliant at the end, the tears. But I'll start with Sam. Sam, you watched the game. You were enjoying it, obviously. We were completely wrong in our preview. Thoughts?
I wouldn't say enjoy. It was quite a nerve-wracking game, especially when you're playing City at the Etihad. Definitely a surprise. Definitely a shock. Pleasantly shocked. Pleasantly surprised. I think that if you're to concede 3 goals, but score 3 goals against a side that have just won the treble from last season, I'd say that is a bloody good result. Considering the amount of injuries and missing players that we have, it's a bloody good result.
Very, very good result, to say the least. And Andre, you watched the game. Did you expect anything, or were you, again, pleasantly surprised, getting a result at the team that won the treble last year?
Well, look, I won't blame you guys for the predictions you guys made. I was so ready to just see Tottenham completely get destroyed. That's not what happened. Although we did scratch a point, I think we got lucky. Haaland was not at his best. He has missed some open goals, some things where we got lucky. Our defense was not that good. But you know what? I'll take the 1 point. It does show, at least on the attacking side, that there is something there even with injuries. And I'm only hoping we can get better as we go through more transfer windows.
100% agree. And Haaland was really not at the races. We're going to start with that, actually. Keep it a little bit light at the start. Obviously, the meltdown from Haaland and co, but mainly Erling Haaland and Pep Guardiola after that decision Simon Hooper made. 3-3. Jack Grealish is through on goal. The ball goes through. Haaland gets wiped out. The ball then goes through to Grealish. He's well onside. And the ref, for some reason, played advantage and then blew the whistle and stopped them attacking. It's incredible. It was hilarious. All the memes that went round, including editing Haaland on a famous painting of that Scream edit, was one of the many, many funny moments on Monday morning. But it has to be said, it's an awful decision. But at the end of the day, these decisions happen to everyone.
I thought it was an overreaction, a big overreaction from Man City. And I'll explain why, particularly from Haaland, Pep, all the little scuffles that happen at the end of the game. You're bang on. It is a shocking decision. I mean, I don't know why the ref pulled it back, but can we just please put things into context? Because I'm sick and tired on my timeline of seeing everyone moaning, complaining, saying they got robbed. There was literally no guarantee that Grealish would have scored that. When Grealish had won the ball, he already had 3 players around him. Would they have complained if this happened at the start of the game, say when it was 2-2 or at 1-1 and in the first half? No, it's all because it happened at the end of the game that the tempers carried on. The amount of times I've seen refs make shocking decisions, but it doesn't actually deny them a goal. I've never seen so much energy into what City put in terms of the outrage. I thought it was a complete... Shut up. Sorry. I thought it was a complete overreaction from Haaland, if I've got to be honest.
Yeah, no, 100%. And Andre, moving the mic to you, thoughts on that as well?
Well, look, I'd just like to say I think Sam's dog is right. I personally think that there was a lot of whining going on from Haaland, and I think a lot of it has to do with an accumulation of multiple things, right? It's near the end of the game. He knows he should have scored in multiple instances to make this a very easy win for Man City, and he didn't do that. So the only thing that's really left is to get like this and to really, just with the emotions being all high, just try and get something out of it, even though you know it's not going to get you anything, because also that tie has now put them in second place. Arsenal now being at the top, which I hate to say, but that's the reality of where we are now.
Yeah, no, 100%. Sorry, it's just the panel of threes suddenly become a panel of four. Or should I say poor? But anyway,
Get out.
moving on.
Out.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't make the cut. But moving on, I just wanted to talk about the game in general. Like, if you look at those stats, overall stats, Man City, with the 3 expected goals compared to our 0.5, and the game was 3-3. You could say we got lucky, but actually, in the wider concept, they absolutely battered us in the first half. And then second half, if you look, we were actually on top on possession, and it was actually then a very even game in terms of goal attempts. So actually, we did ourselves very, very proud in that second half, I thought. And I was really, really impressed with the energy, the pressing. I thought the pressing was a bit off first half. We were letting Man City have a bit too much time on the ball. But second half, we really got close to them, didn't let them play their game, and they really started panicking. And yeah, we got them tilted, really. Lo Celso, great shot from the edge of the area, posting in, fantastic. Kulusevski leapt like a salmon for the header, off the bar and in, sweet as you like. And obviously, Son's finish in the first half was a really, really good finish. I actually saw a stat that Son's expected goals is so much less than sort of the Salahs and the Haalands, but he still sort of gets similar types of amounts of goals, and that's because of his finishing ability. People actually underrate Son's finishing ability, I believe. But I also saw another stat. Giovanni Lo Celso, we've got to talk about his performance. He was phenomenal, to be honest with you. 40 passes made, 40 complete passes, 100% pass accuracy, kind of ran the show, played the Maddison role, but maybe also sort of a little bit deeper, allowing Kulusevski to almost play that 10. He was superb. Not just the goal, but I thought he was a really, really good performer, and probably him or Kulusevski for me were man of the match. But I'll switch to Sam as long as his dog's not having a meltdown still. We'll go with Andre. Andre, what did you think? Kulusevski or Lo Celso for your man of the match?
I gotta say probably Kulusevski, even though I think Lo Celso was a very close second. I think that Kulusevski, obviously his last moments of the game goal really sold it for me. He always puts in a shift, and I know that nothing has really been at the level of what he was when he first got here, where he was doing a goal contribution almost every game. But I just think that he is a very underrated player regardless. He's always that extra man that's there when needed. And I'm glad that he got that goal. But Lo Celso, yeah, he's been making strides, and I hope that he keeps this momentum regardless of what the team overall may be feeling. I think that that's sort of the big difference between the players who stick around beyond the ups and the downs, because there are just certain leaders in a team. I hope that that's what he gets to, because that's what I thought we were getting when we got him in the first place, is someone who could make our starting 11 all the time. And when Maddison gets back and healthy, I hope he sticks to that sort of mentality that no matter how many minutes I'm on the field, I'm going to give my best amount, and that no form goes down, because this is the Lo Celso that I like to see.
No, completely agree. Obviously, we'll move to the bench when Maddison comes back, but as you rightly pointed out, like, if he can come on and put performances in like he did against Man City, and actually he was pretty good against Villa as well, I think it's a positive. But we'll switch it up. We've obviously talked about Kulusevski as well. What a leap! What a header! And in the absolute scenes, even doing the basketball celebration, I'm having an absolute mare. Which basketball player was it? I don't even know. That's how much I know about basketball. I know he did a celebration at the end, but maybe someone in the comments would tell me. But yeah, I thought he played very, very well, especially playing a sort of slightly different position. Guys, I think that covers sort of the Man City game. We are going to move over to the West Ham game, so sort of 2 segments into this one video. If you are enjoying the content, make sure you smash the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and comment below your thoughts on the Man City game, but also your thoughts on the preview for West Ham tomorrow. Do you think we're going to get the result? We'll do our score predictions in just a bit, but I wanted to point out a couple of key players that I have noticed for West Ham recently, and that is, of course, Jared Bowen. 8 goals in the Premier League already this season, already getting double figures last season as well in terms of goals and assists and contributions. He is a phenomenal player. He is going to be a main threat. Scored again the other day. Guys, Do you think he's their main sort of threat? Or I know, Sam, you were mentioning the pre-game another player that you maybe want to start talking about. But for me, Jared Bowen is probably their key threat alongside this player, Kudus, who they bought in the summer, who's hit the ground running very well, looks a real threat and a tricky player, and 3 goals in the Premier League and also quite a few in the Europa League as well. Decent start. For me, they're their 2 key threats that we need to watch out for, especially with a sort of rocky back line. But Sam, I'll move to you. What's your thoughts on that other player you were mentioning?
Well, I've mentioned Souček before because I think he's just such an influential player in the middle, and you know, the physicality that he has to offer and his passing ability. You know, I think that's just like one player that, you know, we can't let do his thing quietly behind the scenes. So I think that, I mean, I don't disagree with any of the players you've mentioned, by the way. To be honest, player for player, I'm nervous playing West Ham period because since the 2013-14 season, I've just never seen it from before when they just really love to show up when playing against us. So yeah, I mean, the fact that it's at home gives me a little bit of confidence, but I think they're going to be well up for it. And you're going to hear an away end singing non-stop champions of Europe and all that.
Champions of B-Tech Tier 3 Europe, though.
Yeah, but let's put things into perspective, though. We want to win that trophy if we were in their shoes. Like,
no, I want to win that trophy in our shoes, mate. I've got to the point where it doesn't matter what we should not be being picky about what trophy we get, mate. We haven't won a trophy for 15 years.
Exactly.
That's another video.
We had the opportunity to win that trophy.
I was just making a point that
it
wasn't Champions of Europe, really. It's Champions of 3rd-tier Europe. But, you know, we'll let them have their moment. At the end of the day, fair play to them, you know. We would have been buzzing as well. But as they rightly always remind us, we got knocked out of the Europa Conference League in the group stage because
we got kicked out, I think.
Yeah, we basically got kicked out. Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, we digress. Andre, key threat for you? Do you agree, Jared Bowen, or...
No, I think Jared Bowen for sure. I've always thought that he was one of the key players in their team for a while, and I'm not surprised that as time is going on, he's really picking up the pace. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, no matter who we face, I'm just scared over our defense. Davies and Emerson just don't know how to play a high line. It was really shown in that Man City game where one of the goals, where I think it was Foden, Emerson was playing him offside, and Davies went and chased him and played everyone onside for some reason. I don't know why. The whole point is to play people offside. So we'll see what happens. I think it's just a matter of what our defense can do. And I gotta say, just quickly, because I always like bringing him up, but the fact that I'm talking about all this and we have a center back who Ange refuses to play says everything. But we do have Romero back.
Yeah.
If I'm
correct. Yeah, he is back for that game.
Let's run through the availability for the game. And as you can see, well, this is pretty accurate as per Flash Scores, but I mean, our injury list and suspension list goes on a lot longer than theirs. They've got Mikel Antonio, who's out, who always seems to score against us, so I'm pretty happy about that. But we have now Bentancur out for another 2.5 months. Maddison, Ange was asked about this today, and it looks like it's not going to be January he's back. It looks like potentially longer. He kind of joked and said that Maddison was sort of hinting that it might be longer, and he said, well, he's not a medic kind of thing, so that was funny. But Perisic Perisic out already, as we know. Solomon as well. Sessegnon, Whiteman, Van der Ven is out for at least another month, and then a bit questionable over Dyer. Sarr returned to training today. But like you said, Andre, Romero's back, so that's huge. Guys, in terms of the lineup, Romero obviously comes straight back in, but would you play Emerson right back or Porro? I think Porro, and then therefore Emerson goes to the bench, Davies left centre back, and then left back Udogie. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I think, though, that if it's not working out for Davies, you bring on Emerson, because Emerson's also just a mess as a center back. But I see less mistakes from him than Davies, who supposedly can switch between left back and center back. So
I think I think the only reason Davies goes in over Emerson at centre back is because Romero's going to play right centre back, and therefore Davies plays their left centre back. I would be very sceptical of Emerson playing left centre back, or even Romero playing left centre back. It's an accident waiting to happen, in my opinion. But let's talk about head-to-head records, and then we'll get into our score predictions and one or two more points. But head-to-head, as you can see by this, in the last sort of 10 games, quite a lot of goals, really. You go back to 2019 in the Premier League, looking at 3-2, 2-0 win for Spurs, then 3-3. We remember that one over lockdown. That was an absolute nightmare with Lanzini scoring that winner after we were 3-0 up, by the way.
Oh, Winks, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. Well, he scored at the weekend. He scored a 95th minute winner. But anyway, 2-1 West Ham. I kind of remember that. I'm pretty sure Lingard was on the score sheet. It was just an absolute nightmare. Then they won again 1-0. And then in the Carling Cup, well, not Carling Cup, Carabao Cup, we won 2-1. And then it was a 3-1 win in the Premier League. 1-1. It's just a lot of goals. 3-1s, 2-1s, 1-0s. Not really any 1-0s or 0-0s. I think there's 1-1-0 there.
Is this the first time we're facing West Ham without Kane, though? Is that...
Since this record, for sure. So
that'll be interesting.
I just want to point out one more, obviously, in the club friendlies, a 3-2 loss. But
it just doesn't matter or count. Leave it.
Yeah. But you're right. I actually watched that game, and that was one of the first. It was either the first game under Ange or one of the first. I can't remember which one. Because when we played like Lion City Sailors and stuff like that. But anyway, I agree. It doesn't mean a lot. But I remember Destiny Odoji scored in that game. So maybe he gets a bit of luck against West Ham. Who knows? I'm trying to be a bit superstitious here.
I just want to know if Sam believes that we can win.
Yeah, well, this is what I was moving on to. Score predictions on this one. Sort of ran through the talking points. So we will switch to score predictions. Before we do get Sam's take and Andre's take, please do whack in the comments below your score prediction. And, of course, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And also, guys, I keep forgetting to say, we're trying to sort of build back up the views, bit of an activity and everything. We're being quite, open and honest with you guys. I think what we would love if you guys could do is also whack in any ideas for us. We want to do some more vlogs. Jack's going to the game tomorrow. I believe there will be a vlog for that. But also maybe some fan cams. You want us to go to the games and maybe interview some fans. Maybe you want other quiz style videos, so let us know as well. And also turn on notification bells, which is, if you're on mobile device, it's the little bell icon. But enough of the promo stuff. I'm going to switch to Sam. Sam, you've been a bit subdued on this, but are you predicting a win? You're going yourself, mate. I want to hear a bit of high spirits from you. Come on, it's Christmas.
Andre, I know what you're thinking. You think, well, that I'm Mr. Negativity. I'm not. I'm Mr. Realistic. That result after Man City, I think, has given a major confidence boost for the Spurs team. There's no question of that. I think the way we finished off that game and the way we were post-match, I think you can see that it was a tough ride of losses, and that was something they needed. And I think they can carry that energy on into West Ham. I don't think it's going to be a comfortable performance, comfortable win, because I think, I'd say that we're going to win. I think we're going to win 2-1, but it's not going to be a simple game, I'd say. I think West Ham will be well up for it, and I can see us probably clinching a win. Maybe Son and Kulusevski again. Son and Gio to score. West Ham to get one in like the 80th minute, and we hold it, and it's full-time Spurs 2, West Ham 1. That's what I'm going for.
Yes, I mean, fair play. You think we're going to go 2-0 up. It's been a bit mixed bag, because if you remember under Conte, we'd start every first half bad, and then we'd have to try and fight back second half. Whereas under Ange, it's been a bit like, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. Like on Sunday, we played awful first half, and I thought we played well second half. But if you go back to the Villa game, I thought we battered them first half, and Chelsea game battered them first half till everything happened in that one. So actually, we've been starting well. So interestingly, you think we'll start well and then come back. I'll just quickly give mine. I'm going to actually echo pretty much what Sam said. I think 2-1 as well. I actually think we'll probably go 1-0 down, and then we'll turn it around and win 2-1. I'm going to go scorers of Son, who loves the goal against West Ham, by the way. He loves the banger against West Ham. And I'm going to go Kulusevski, the man of the sort of moment as well. So I'm going to go them two for us, and I'll probably go Bowen for them. Andre, over to you. We've both gone 2-1. Are you joining it for a hat trick or?
So I'm actually going to go with 2-2 draw. I'm going to go with Sam's original prediction of Tottenham and West Ham to draw. And I think that, like I said, Man City, I think we got lucky. We should have lost. If Haaland had, wasn't skying all his shots, we would have lost by a good margin. So,
they should have been 4-1 up. Andre, they should have been 4-1 up in the first
on
half.
Man City, not on us.
But they weren't. And West Ham don't have Man City's caliber of attack. Don't forget that either.
Yeah, well, we do have an interesting defense. Yes, we have Romero back, but I really do think Davies will cause some issues. So I think we're going to finish 2-2. I think that we will go down first. Or actually, no, sorry. We're going to score first, then they're going to come back, then we're going to score again, and then they're going to come back again. So it's going to be a game. 2-2. I
also want to put in my prediction that I think Cutty Romero will come back in a London derby and get a yellow card. So let's add that one in there as well. But guys, I think that's all we've got time for. 20 minutes. We've done pretty well. We got through the Man City review and we got through the West Ham preview. But guys, please do smash the thumbs up. Go and follow our socials if you don't, when you're from a YouTube, or if the other way around, go and follow us on YouTube if you're seeing a reel or something like that. But as always, guys, thanks Andre and Sam for joining me. And thanks, obviously, Sam's doggo as well. Top lad. And we will see you in the next one. Take care. And remember, as always, come on, you Spurs!